And this was going on and on, and this recovery was going up and up. Workers were still losing their jobs, and it was going. So what had happened is that Alan Greenspan, the head of the Federal Reserve, decided to deal with this crisis by creating a housing bubble. By opening up the floodgates of these subprime mortgages, of adjustable mortgage rates, telling everybody, oh, if you buy a house, get an adjustable mortgage rate, your interest rates are going to go down, you're going to save money. He said that when the interest rates were at 1% and they had only one way to go. But he said it anyway, because they wanted to. He was fighting. He was not only trying to make his friends rich from Wall Street, though that was a big part of it, but politically, as the one responsible for the capitalist economy, he was trying to fight this jobless recovery by creating a big surge in housing. Housing is very important. When you build a house, you have plasterboard, you have electric wire, you have light fixtures, you have brick, you have cement, you have landscaping, plants, gardens, carpets. You have everything that's in the economy. You have appliances, you have washing machines, dryers, microwave. When you make a house, it's like making a car which has 15,000 parts in it. The housing and auto are the central things in the capitalist economy. They ripple through the economy. They either bring many, many jobs, or they destroy many, many jobs. It's in waves. They are the central point of consumption of capitalist economy. But to some extent, aircraft is too, but not most of us. So he pumped up the housing market and also promoted it politically, because they want everybody to try to get a house, and he meshed in the system with employers, mortgage brokers, bankers, and everything. Instead of building public housing for people that's affordable. Not one brick has been laid for public housing since Reagan. So the people were prey to this whole push for buying houses. So he opened the floodgates, the regulatory agencies shut their eyes to it, the rating agencies stamped everything AAA, where they bundled these mortgages and sold them around the world. Anyway, I won't go into the minutiae of it, but the point is, in order to deal with one crisis, the jobless recovery crisis, he laid the foundation for a bigger crisis, which came when the housing bubble collapsed and went around the world, and every big capitalist country was hit with it. So this phase, and what's happening now is the third jobless recovery. Only this is what somebody called the mother of all jobs. In all defense of mothers. But one of the Wall Street bankers called it the mother of all jobs. How did it get this way? How did it get this way? That's the most important question, because if you're thinking about the future, you can see a trend from 91 to 2002 to 2008, 9, and now. And it's deepening. Well, the answer is capitalism. You cannot separate capitalism from crisis. The two things go together. There have been 10 or 11 crises since World War II. There's been probably 50 since the last 2 centuries. What is it about capitalism that engenders crisis? It's a system that's based on profit and exploitation. Every capitalist thinks about how only one thing, really: how to make more profit. If the capitalist doesn't make enough profit to survive and become bigger and bigger, a bigger capitalist will swallow it. That's a world capital. And that's why now today we have 2.5 auto companies in the United States. You have 1 aircraft company, well, 2, Boeing and Mach. You have Amazon and you have Google. You have Barnes & Noble and Borders. You have giant monopolies. The tendency of capitalism is for the big to eat the strong to eat the weak. And that's what drives every capitalist. Not only to get profit for themselves at the moment, but to stay alive as a capitalist. And what is one of the ways they do this? They get more profits. And how do they get more profits? They use technology. They use technology to take the skills of people and put it into machines, put it into software, put it and make workers' skills lower and lower and lower, so that they have to pay them less and less and less, and more is done by machines or automatic production, by sensors and steel mills that can make a sheet of steel just within a micron of the thickness it's supposed to be. I was in Dunkin' Donuts about a month ago in Boston, and I walk into the store, and I see two little LED screens up there. One has one number, and the other has the other number, and they're both moving. So I said to one of the workers, I said, "What's that up there?" They said, "Well," it was a drive-thru. They said, "Well, the first one is a percentage. The second one is the number of seconds since the person who called in the order at the drive-thru called in their order. And then we have 2.5 minutes to get them out. If it goes over 2.5 minutes, our percentage of satisfied customers goes down. And this is hooked into the central office. This is hooked into management. They can see this. So all these workers, they don't need a foreman to crack the whip. This technology is being used to make these workers sweat and run and try to beat that clock, and they can all see it. And one of them wouldn't even talk to me because she was in such a hurry. She pointed to the thing, the first person I knew. So that technology speeds up the workers, and there's other things, you know, the training goal of every corporation is to have zero training, to make you go to McDonald's, so all you have to do is see a number if you're a worker at McDonald's, or you're waiting tables, or whatever. You don't even have to know about how to order, you just have to punch the number on a computer screen. It goes to the kitchen, it comes out, and they prepare the food. That's just a minor example of this. This is driving workers' skills down, and it's driving each other one against the other. In the book Low Wage Capitalism, I don't know if this is in the book, I probably should have put it in